to say it.
What's your favorite part about Texas so far?
Not Nick.
True. She likes the water.
Camera shy.
Not many people drink the water here. The dog liked the water. Yeah.
Did she drink it out of the toilet or out of the bowl?
The bowl. I mean, it might have been the toilet, but the door's been closed.
Straight for the toilet.
Dogs like that.
I'll put her water out and she'll drink out of a puddle.
Yeah. My dog does the same thing. Hey, so how many miles have you logged in this trip so far?
I don't know. I think 500,000, maybe like just under, maybe around 2,000, maybe.
Wait. How did you just do that math?
I heard
500 and then 500,000.
No, I said under 2,000.
Oh, I heard 500,000.
That's what I heard.
And then you said 2,000. Like, wait a minute.
No, I said 500, comma, 1,000.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was an invisible comma.
Yeah, I didn't see it. We didn't write it down. We didn't write it down. So
let's eat grandma.
Yeah.
Let's eat, comma, grandma.
I get it now.
It's basic math.
I get it now. Yeah.
It's science.
It's dude math. Real simple dude math.
I don't think it's math at all.
Do we have a jingle?
Yeah, we got a jingle, dude. No one knows where it's coming from. Where's the jingle coming from? Oh, I know where the jingle's coming from.
Are you talking about the jingle?
Huh?
You're talking about the jingle?
No, the jingle.
What's
Oh,
up?
the
Did
jingle.
it work?
Probably like 24 hours. They can't reach
The jingle's coming from fucking Gary over here. What's the AI says name? Glenn? Reggie. Fucking Reggie.
Fucking Reggie. No,
two of them now,
comma,
Reggie and Larry.
Thank you. No, thank you. No, comma, thank you. Or no, thank you.
Dude, on text it's even better because you can't read the emotion.
But you can read the commas.
emotion?
Yeah,
do you mean?
on text.
What do you mean?
Like somebody could be texting you and they'd be like, "Hey, are you here yet?" Or it's like, "Are you fucking here yet?" But you can't get that out of text.
There's no infliction.
You can, but if
That
you
word,
write,
yeah.
are you
But
fucking here yet?
that's why they invented emojis,
True.
to add the
But I'm still
infliction.
confused on most of the emojis.
Well, it's like hieroglyphs at this point.
Because, yeah, I keep putting the one for my wife where it's like, look up. Like the two eyes are looking up. Meaning like, hey, look at what I sent
But they're
you.
rolling. That's
I
rolling.
only
your
recently
eyes.
found out it's rolling your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole it's not praying hands, they're clapping,
Yeah.
and then they had to actually go make praying hands.
They've always been clapping though, right?
They've always been clapping.
Wait, these ones?
Yeah.
They were actually clapping.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because then they had to make the ones with the little arrows that show.
Yeah, I don't know.
They had,
I don't know.
they had little arrows that show.
I thought that's what the aura around it was. It wasn't an aura, it was the sound. Clap, bang, bang, bang.
You're pretty fluid in emoji.
Right?
Yeah. You speak 2 languages.
I'm trying.
You're bilingual.
I speak dumb and dumber for sure. For sure, I got those 2 down. The rest of them, not so good. Have you tried the Duolingo yet?
No, we don't have that up north.
You do.
It's like a chicken place?
You do.
I've never
You
thought
have
this
it.
before, but yeah, why did they name it after a Spanish word?
Duolingo?
Duolingo.
Duolingo.
Yeah. Yeah, Duolingo. But why did they use Spanish?
What?
They could have used any language.
Dual.
Dual is not Spanish.
Duo is.
Duo.
No.
Dual.
Yeah. It's plural for dose, dude. Everybody knows this.
I don't think that's true.
It's not true at all.
Is that not a
Jamie,
Spanish
pull
word?
that up.
This motherfucker's learning fucking Chinese is on there, and he's trying to fucking teach us Spanish.
It is,
Motherfucker,
right?
No.
Isn't lingo a Spanish word too?
Road.
Sounds
Why?
like it.
Why would you need a plural of dose? Doses?
No, ekis.
Dose is 2.
It's a keys, right?
Well,
Or is that just
I
an
mean-
interesting man?
Idiot.
Pretty much.
Dos Equis?
Yeah.
Dos Equis?
That's what I just said.
2 X's.
Yeah,
That
it's
would be
plural.
a plural of X's.
And if you shorten that, it's duo. Everybody knows this.
Nobody at all says that. At all.
They do now. Or at least
No.
3 people do.
That's
No.
not
You're
even.
welcome.
That's not even on the word of the day calendar.
No.
No, not at all. But yeah, you've never used it? They don't have it up
No.
north?
And for now on, we can only use words that are Scrabble legal.
Scrabbled eagle.
Scrabble legal.
Scrabbled.
Scrabble.
Oh, Scrabble legal. Dude, I'm not hearing shit today.
Scrambled eagle.
I had to say it. I had to say it more than 2 times. I had to say it
This
dose.
shit's going to hurt
Yeah.
for the next, 2
You had to say
hours.
it duo.
I had to say it duo times.
Yeah. This is going to hurt. For the
We're going to get
remainder of
sweaty,
the
but
time.
it'll just be from laughing.
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
Okay, Scrabbled eagle. That's the new saying.
That was my fighter pilot name in Nam.
Scrambled eagle?
Nice.
Scrambled eagle.
Nice.
Sounds illegal.
It does sound illegal.
The
Somehow it's illegal. I've always been bad at Scramble, dude. I never played that game good.
I don't know. I don't really know which shitty joke roads we're gonna go down. Like,
All of them.
Dude.
Like you set it up to
Yeah.
for more rhyming, but I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna.
We just,
because the only thing I could come up with was beagle.
And ladies, no beagle.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you scrambled an eagle and a beagle, you're only adding a B, so it's not that far off.
Have you ever actually tried to freestyle rap?
All the time, actually. Almost every time I'm in my car alone, I will do that.
He's pretty good at it.
My
It
entire
usually-
life, I've never learned lyrics to songs. I always make up the words and just keep saying the word dick through it.
He's pretty good at it, but usually he ends up being racist.
Yeah,
At some
it
point
happens.
in it.
Usually when you're freestyling, you can't control really what's coming out of your mouth. You're too busy just trying to make
It's
something
just
rhyme.
Whatever rhymes.
Yeah. What about you? Something you do all the time?
I've always been jealous. There's a guy back home. He's in a hip hop group called the Midwest Avengers, and
Do they have suits like the movies?
no, it was way before that. They're pre movie. And I like 20 years ago, I'd be at a party with him, and I'd be like, "Help me freestyle," and he would try to help me, and
It just
it
wouldn't
just
work.
like comes out blank. I don't know. In all honesty, like, I think it'd be cool to be able to know how to like quickly freestyle, like just quickly come up with stuff.
I think it's just like an improv skill.
I think
I think like improv actors are real good at it. Comedians are real good at it.
Yeah,
I think the hardest part about it would be not only getting it to rhyme, but like the cadence, like the
cadence,
flow.
Yeah.
rhyme.
The flow is tough. Like that's the crazy thing. Like you hear a beat, but like the cadence of the rhyme is what really gives the beat. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, and something I've noticed about you is you like to take your time to think before you answer.
yeah, you can't.
My
do
entire
that.
life, I'm just going to spit some shit out and then commit. This is a new skill I'm trying to learn.
You're
So,
more like whatever happens, I'm just gonna make up for it by owning it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. I said that. So what? Want to fight?
Nope.
Oh, I thought
We
that's
can
what you were
cuddle.
gonna say.
But nope, too old to fight. I don't do that no more.
Super hot fire.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Well,
sure if I
so-
got in a fight, I would injure my own body.
Honestly, like years ago, I was told that after every first reaction, there's a second reaction, and so that's what I practice. Is I've been like trying not to say the first thing that pops out of my mouth, even though that's probably like it probably would make me funnier or more annoying. I'm not sure which one, but that's why I just stop and like make sure that what I'm going to say isn't weird.
Yeah, my wife's good at that skill. I've never been good at that skill. I'm actively trying so fucking hard. It's like I feel like I'm holding a plank position. Does that make sense?
No,
Like,
like planking.
yeah, like a plank. That's what it feels like in my brain if I'm trying to bite my tongue for 3 seconds to think about what's on the tip of my tongue instead of just saying it.
Yeah, and if I can't think of nothing to say, I just repeat what you said in the form of a question. So you can't think of nothing to say?
You are good at that. You are real good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're real good at that.
I've had numerous conversations where I'll say something and he just repeats it back. And then I go, oh. And then I'll reword it and he's like, yep. That's that wizard talk, dude.
wizard talk.
Wizard talk.
you're a wizard, Harry.
Holy shit.
So the funniest thing I ever read on the internet. So I hate Reddit. I absolutely fucking hate it. Like it's the most dog shit place in the world. I think it's like you've heard that whole dead internet theory where like it's all bots, like bots talking to bots or whatever. Like And like something, I don't know what the fuck it is with Reddit, but Reddit is terrible. But before it was terrible, there was an article on there where a lady said that she asked her like 7th grade class to write a if you had $1 million, what would you do? And this kid said, I would have a child and I would raise it as if it was Harry Potter, and I would hire everyone in Harry Potter's life to help raise it. And then the day that he had to go to the platform and run through the brick wall, I would let him do it, and then he'd hit the brick wall, and I'd say, "Ha, idiot! Magic's not real."
I mean, that's a pretty funny thing on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a long play. Like me and my brother used to do that. We would sit and we would come up with these pranks, and we would be like, effort versus reward, right? We would weigh it all out. So like one of the pranks we did, my mom went to, I think he was in I might have been in 8th grade, so he might have been in 6th grade, somewhere around there. And my mom ran up to the mall, and we had this huge picture window at the driveway. So when you pulled up, you could kind of see in the house. And then you'd see partially into the dining room. So what we did was we took all the furniture and hid it in the back rooms, took everything off the walls, cleaned the house out while she was at the mall. And then we stuffed it up and we duct taped ourselves, like our hands and our feet and our mouth, so that when she came home, it looked like we got robbed. But we cracked the door. Instead of coming in to help us, she peeked in the window and ran to the neighbor's house to call the cops instead of checking on us.
Wait,
right?
How many of you were there?
It was just me and my brother. My sister was in on it, but she went to the mall with her.
So who duct taped the second person's hands?
Oh yeah, I mean it's not that hard. You can figure it out. Because I mean, if you can duct tape like that,
Yeah, I guess you're not trying to get it tight.
it wasn't that hard.
You're not trying to get it tight either.
They're just making an illusion.
Yeah.
I mean, they might
Magic.
still have to pee.
Yeah.
So from that point on, and then there was another time. This is like long game shit, right? So years later,
But wait, she
did
called
the
the
cops
cops?
show
Did
up?
the cops show up?
no, my sister stopped her before she could.
Oh, okay.
So then years later, we kind of did the same thing again. We're at my buddy Chris Yarber's house, and it was when that Rock Band game came out, and we used to stay up real late playing that.
Dude, I used to make fun of everybody for that game, and then
So
one time I picked it up, and then I was like,
Oh yeah,
I'm gay too, dude. I'm playing the fuck out of this game.
If you have an addictive personality, it'll bring you
Dude.
home. So
It'll bring you home.
yeah, it will. I don't really like how Nick laughs at me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna break you for a second. When I met Nick,
Yeah.
we did not like him
No.
at
Why
fucking
not?
all. See, Nick just, he approaches everyone when he meets him. There's no filter. This is Nick.
I like Nick.
All the way. But he rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It took a while to warm up, for Nick to warm up, like, for me. And I feel like I'm, like, way open.
Like grade school?
No.
No.
Maybe 10-ish years.
Yeah.
Close
Yeah.
to, if not. But he was coming to the tattoo shop and getting tattooed. And then his now wife got a tattoo. And then we're standing out front. And it's late. We're about to leave. Everybody's smoking a cigarette. And she goes, hey, I got a big tattoo now. Are we getting married or what? He goes, not till you get your tits fixed. Later, fellas. And walks off and left her standing there. This is Nick. It took a long time to figure out. This is how Nick and his wife communicate with each other. She does the same shit right back. But I didn't know that at the time. And yeah, he left, she left, and me and the guy I was working with were like, what in the fuck? But yeah, now I love Nick because he doesn't have that filter.
Yep.
He'll be straightforward and honest about like everything in my life. And it's like a good friend to have at all times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he will. He'll just laugh at you at all times.
He says, yeah.
Oh, now it's like, do it, Nick.
Yeah. Now it's like, laugh more.
Stop.
And also, he's from up north, too, so he laughs weird
Where?
compared to everybody else
We're up
here.
north.
I'm originally from Minnesota.
That makes sense.
Do y'all have rival football teams or what?
No.
No? Oh,
It's the land
Just
of the
curious.
lakes.
the land of the lakes.
Yeah, did you play
Yeah.
hockey?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He talks about hockey all the time, dude. I don't know anything about hockey. But anyway, okay. So the other time,
So the other time we were doing Rock Band, and we were at a friend's house, and they passed out drunk. So this is back when you had film in the cameras.
Mhm.
So we took their entire living room, set it up in their front yard, played Rock Band and took pictures of us playing Rock Band and took pictures with their camera.
In the
And
front
then,
yard?
Yeah, and then put everything back. And then we had to wait for them to develop the film.
Dude.
And be like, what the fuck?
Those are good pranks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all reward versus effort. Like, if it's really worth it or not.
That was a lot of effort.
Yeah, I've never thought that far through on one.
Yeah, but that's like we were talking about long play with the Harry Potter thing. Like long play pranks those are like the good ones because you have to commit to it.
Yeah. The Harry Potter one is $1 million enough to make that one happen? How many people? I don't know
Maybe
anything about
then.
Harry Potter. How many people were in Harry Potter's life that you had to pay to raise them?
I don't know.
There's a lot, right?
Either way, it's like a kid writing it, right? A student in class. He would have thought, they're not thinking all the logistics. But yeah, so that's you every day, right? All
What?
your decisions, they're all long play. I'm wondering if that's like a personality trait, like something you're born with, or if it can be like a learned skill.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, this is gonna be morbid. Maybe I do like long play stuff so that I'll be alive that long. Like, have you ever seen Young Lovers? They like date. Stop! You're ruining the movie.
Or making it better.
Yeah.
She's just making it dirty.
Yeah, I think
Pervert.
all in the car. I think she might have problems with her lady parts
Uh-oh.
because she's been in the car too long. You were saying?
For the gyno?
We're talking about long plays, personality
Oh,
traits.
like they do that shit with like, in World War II they used to run into a battlefield to pick up someone's, like a Nazi's helmet and then run back. And it's like if they carried around that souvenir, and mentally you're like, I'm gonna be able to go home and show people. So it's like a mental game to try to like, I'm gonna live.
If you
And
only
then-
plan for short term, you're not.
Yeah,
I got
and
you.
then so the other thing you'll see it nowadays, like I'm gonna tell you something, and you're gonna be like, I know who that is. It's like people who date for 3 weeks and they're in that honeymoon phase, and then they like plan a vacation to Yellowstone 6 months from now. And it's like, you motherfuckers aren't gonna be together in 6 months, but they make plans in the future like it's longer than what they've already been together, in the hopes that. You know what I mean? In the hopes that they'll
Yeah.
still be together. I think I do that shit where I'm like, I make plans for things in the future. That way I'll stay committed to it. Because I think most everything I get into, and everyone will tell you this, if I'm into something, I'm into it 100% until I'm not. And so that could be like a video game or like motorcycle or rebuilding a car or like all of a sudden you'll show me like Lego parts, like hey, we should build all of the Lego cars from NASCAR or whatever. And I'll be 100% into it, and then I'm not. And then so sometimes
addictive stuff.
I'll get into shit and I'll be like, oh, there's an event happening 6 months from now. I'm going to sign up for it now. That way I'll stay in this.
That way you have skin in the game.
Yeah. Because if not, I'll like walk away from it. And my wife will make fun of me for, being, and she's so fucking cool because she's like 100% supportive of me being neurotic, which is
It probably gives
the
her peace.
ultimate. Yeah.
Because you're not up her ass. You have something to do for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
I
I think also the young people around here are a little different.
Why?
Here, it's like people meet 3 weeks later, they're either pregnant or married, or both. I don't think I've met anyone that's planned a vacation proper here. Not in 3 weeks. Right? It's just straight to marriage? No?
How old were you when you got married?
Oh, fuck, the first time? Like 20.
You had 2 marriages?
Yeah, I'm on number 2.
I'm
yeah.
on number 2. How many you got? 1.
Yeah, he waited till he was like 40.
We were talking about that this weekend with like you're not a real tattooer unless you've like had a couple of divorces.
It seems to be a
You
common
know?
thing, yeah.
And I was thinking about it and I was like, I think it's because like we fall in love with tattooing first, and so like we give all of our time to that, and we forget like, oh shit, we're married. We have to actually. We don't know how to spend our time evenly. you
Yeah,
know?
it's that. It's hard to find a partner that understands it. It's hard to find a partner that understands the lifestyle because you bring homework home and stuff. So if they have a regular job and they don't deal with people, it's a relationship clash. They don't understand why you can't watch the movie with them because you have things to draw for tomorrow.
Or turn it off.
Yeah,
just
it's
spend
almost
time.
impossible.
Yeah.
I think it takes everybody a good 5 to 10 years before they can hit that switch where you can turn it off.
But maybe just in general in this day and age, like most people have more than one they have like starter marriages. Like your first marriage is like your pre-divorce marriage.
It might be the circle of people you know too.
Yeah.
Because the divorce rates, it's all like, it's not because there's so many divorces. It's because so many people get divorced more than once. It kind of like fucks up the ratio.
Horatio.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that I suck at relationships.
At relationships in general, or just like
Yeah, I suck at them.
like personal with women?
Any of them. I live in my own head all the
that's
time.
crazy.
Yeah, like I have to make lists of people I like to remember to call them. Because if not, like a month will go by and I'll been in my head like being obsessed about something. I'll be like,
Why do you
"Fuck,
have to call them?
Because that's what people do. They like
No.
call each other and say,
No,
"Hey man, how you been?"
Yeah.
Real friendships don't require that kind of maintenance.
I know, but I think when you get into your 50s and like you start outliving your friends, people get depressed more. I think men get depressed way more in their 50s. Like you don't have the same like bonding circles. You're not playing fucking soccer.
Dick
You're
stops getting hard.
Yeah,
All kinds of shit going on.
All
in
your
life.
fucking conversations are about testosterone levels.
I
and-
think
and-
wives cause that.
What, testosterone
No,
levels?
the depression.
Depression.
Because they're the ones that keep you away from your friend group.
You might be onto it. Some of them
Continue.
do. Yeah.
Because you get a wife, they require a lot of your time. And now you can't just be like, hey, Waylon, it's fucking Tuesday. Let's hang out all day. Because now you have a wife, you have to provide for that wife too. So you have to work as much as you possibly can.
My wife makes more than me.
Now,
Nice, dude.
now as soon as you're off work,
Fucking trophy husband.
as soon as you're off work,
Nice.
they need you to do shit. They need you to do shit around the house, or you have kids, take care of whatever. It's that wife and that family that keep. That,
Yeah, when
that
Nick
makes
was
you
on the
depressed.
road working, I would see him more.
Hold on, Nick's onto something.
Okay, keep going.
Because I think what it is, and Nick, I know what you're kind of the angle you're taking, but you're right in the sense that like if you have a family unit, you raise your kids, and right around the age of 50, they're out of the house, and you're like, oh, now what?
Yeah.
And you've lost track of all your
And
friends,
now-
and
absolutely,
Yeah.
because you've had all your focus over here, thinking it's the right thing, and at the time it is, but now you have to like basically start over.
well, it was the right thing for that time.
Yeah.
But then like the kids are gone, and
And when you're an adult, it's much more difficult to make friends and
Oh,
like
yeah.
meaningful friendships. Way more.
it's hard to get 30-year friendships when you're already 50.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what sucks the most is when friends pass away. You're like, I don't know how many more like 30-year friendships I got left. You know, because we all, I don't know about you, a high risk lifestyle. Most of my friends, like if they live past 30, it was everything was bonus. So then
Yeah, man.
you become 50 and you're like,
You feel 85.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah. You're right though. When I was on the road, I saw you more than I
Yeah.
do now.
Yeah, we live not 3 miles from each other. The podcast is why we're able to see each other.
You made time for each other.
We have to because we
We
want to do this
We committed
thing.
to it.
Yeah.
The long-term
go.
plan thing. We committed. We made the commitment.
Yeah.
We committed to it. So
Yeah, we didn't realize the real benefit was like we get to hang out and
Yeah.
talk about our lives every week and reconnect in that kind of way.
Yeah, that way
That was
the
something we found out
podcast
once
is like
into it.
secondary to just hanging out.
Yeah. Yep, it's been nice.
So that's kind of my point is like you have to like you can't like 10 years is like nowadays, man, you blink and 10 more fucking years 10 more years goes by, I'm 60.
So I guess when I said why do you do that, I wasn't saying like, well, why the fuck do you call people? Because if that's
But, you know, being so crass, that's what it sounded like.
yeah,
right?
because if that's what like if you choose like that's what you want to do, that's fine. I get that. But what I was getting at was like, do you feel like you need to do that in order to maintain that relationship? Like if you don't do that, is that relationship gonna go away and they're not gonna talk to you anymore?
No, I don't think it's like that. I
Okay.
think what I was getting at is, you know, like this weekend I got to hang out with a friend and I didn't, you know, I don't really talk to him that much because I always assumed he was busy. And then come to find out, he had a really rough 3 years, man, really rough. And then I'm like, why the fuck didn't I call him more? You know, I just thought he was busy. And so I'm not calling because I need to maintain a relationship. I'm calling because I don't want another 50-year-old friend
Yeah.
to be like, no one fucking talks to me anymore. I'm fucking going downhill.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I just need to do it to check in more. I think.
Yeah, you also don't want to like turn into that person. You reaching out keeps you connected at the same time, so you don't become like depressed and be that person that needs somebody to call them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, that whole mental health is like a buzzword when I hate that shit. But there's a truth to like, you know, I'll sit around and I'll be like, nobody fucking cares about me, you know, self-loathing shit. Mm-hmm. And you'll get a text message from some random friend you haven't heard from in 10 years, and you're like, oh fuck, they didn't forget about me. I thought everyone fucking forgot about me.
Or if it's like in the right cycle, you might, when you're feeling like that, even get a text from like the president-elect asking for your vote, which is tight as fuck.
Dude, I got so many of those.
Like, yeah, dude. Trump has me on fucking speed dial, and like I'm a little bit honored about it. Like I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool, dude.
I have something I want to do. I want to propose to YouTube, whoever runs YouTube, that you should be able to not switch accounts. You should be able to switch algorithms. Like you should have like your hot rod algorithm, and then maybe a political algorithm, and then like your funny algorithm.
That'd be pretty tight, yeah.
Because there's times where like...
And mix and match them. Be like, look, today I don't want anything political.
Like Pandora, right?
I don't want anything political. I want funny,
I
and
think
I want
you
hot
need
rods.
to... Yeah, you don't want to get YouTube's attention. You want to get the advertisers' attention with that idea. Because that's who pays the bills. That's who would have to okay it.
Well, first off, I pay for YouTube. I'm not poor.
Oh, I do too.
Okay.
And I am poor.
That's why.
But I'm not going to watch any more ads, dude.
I'm not watching ads
Get
on
off
YouTube.
my life.
But you know
ads.
what I'm talking about. Like, you'll get on YouTube, and it'll be nothing but serious shit. And you'll be like, what happened to the Norm Macdonald fucking clips?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then now you gotta spend time.
He's not
like,
putting out new
redoing-
stuff anymore.
No.
Yeah. He hadn't put anything out since he did that show into his own computer. Did you watch that one? It was pretty funny.
I don't think. Did he get it, or is he fucking with us?
Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, Norm Macdonald, funniest man that's ever lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said,
He's
Well-
not putting out anything new anymore.
I know his last one was the one he did into his own computer. Did y'all see it?
No.
you know he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was sad.
Yeah.
He had already written a new hour, and he knew he wasn't going to have time to go on the road, so he did the hour straight into his own computer.
No.
And it got put out.
Well, I
It's
never
good.
saw that.
All the jokes are good. But yeah, there's no crowd interaction, so it makes it weird to watch. And you know he's doing that knowing he's about to die. And I was like, holy shit, this dude's a boss on a level I didn't know existed.
He's got that great one where he talks about when the who's the guy that wrestled alligators and shit?
Steve Irwin?
Yeah, what was his nickname? The crocodile
Hunter?
He's like, crocodile hunter died. He's like, didn't see that one coming. He goes this whole bit, you know, about like, you know, the life expectancy of a crocodile hunter, and I mean, he's just wicked fast like that.
Oh, it's all right.
He's just wicked fast.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies was Dirty Work with him and Artie Lang.
There's a dead hooker in this
Yes,
truck,
dude,
too.
it's so good.
Yeah.
That movie's so good. Or the girl's walking by and he just starts yelling like, Susan, Susan. And she's like, what? Are you talking to me? He goes, yeah, you didn't tell me your name, so I just guessed. I'm like, this dude fucking rules. Yeah, he rules.
And then he was actually really hammered in Billy Madison.
It makes it even funnier.
In the pool scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just rolled with it. Like, he apparently came to work hammered and kept drinking, so they were like, fuck it. Just let him be passed out.
Even better. But yeah, we were all wondering why he was doing the KFC commercials at the end. And it was like, oh, he's probably paying fucking crazy medical bills. He's trying to get a last dime. He knew he was leaving.
Or he's just getting a little bit of change to leave behind.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy rules. Back to that calling people. I've always done that.
You're good at it.
I'll randomly call anyone all the time. But recently, I think I found out that those calls that I was making that I thought were to check on everybody, I think I was making those calls for me.
It's self-serving.
Yeah. But I didn't realize, like, I've been making these calls my whole life, right? Rarely get anybody calling back. But I had like a change in perspective on how I start those conversations when I call people now. And actually try to listen to what's going on in their life instead of me being like, hey, just call and check it in. And now all of a sudden they're calling me. And I was like, oh shit, I was being annoying their whole life. Like people I've known 20 years, I've been calling for 20 years. They never call back because I was just like annoying them. But now the conversation is more like, hey dude, what's been going on? Like, what's really going on in your life? And then they're like, text me back and call me 3 days later to be like, hey, just following up on the conversation we had. I was like, oh, shit. I've been approaching conversations my whole life wrong.
Well, my thing is a lot of times, like, when people call you, you automatically assume, like, oh, fuck, they need something. Like, they need something. You know, they're about to fucking ask me for money, or they're about to fucking do something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something ridiculous and, like, make it super fucking awkward. So that's why I think when you're like, hey, just checking in, people are like, yeah, you're just checking in my ass.
Checking my ass.
Yeah, you're just checking in my fucking ass. You need a fucking loan, broke bitch.
Who's been calling you like that? Besides me.
No one lately, because I stopped.
Has anyone actually ever
'cause I
called you
stopped-
for money?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've called him for money before.
Yeah, this motherfucker has.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up.
Like real money?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole $1,000.
Did he pay it back?
Kind of.
No.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
How did he pay it back in other ways?
Well, no, I tried to pay it back.
It was blowies.
And they're like, no, my wife wants to get tattooed too, so don't worry about the remainder. And then this other time, where like our guy doing that end quit on us. And I was like, oh, I guess we're getting a fucking MacBook today. He's like, oh, I got that. And I got money in an envelope. And he's like, oh, you paid half, dude. We're doing it together. We're good. All right. That's been the only 2 times though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing real significant. I have other people that have asked me for a whole bunch more.
Anytime,
That I like a lot less.
I'll be
too.
honest. If I have a friend that's watching this, which I doubt, I don't have that many friends, but
There's not many people that watch this
yeah,
either.
There is a guy up north though. Do you know Richard Cox?
this is a joke.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
We thought it was,
not
too.
one of your friends.
I mean, as far as we know, it's not a joke. If it is a joke, they're doing
They're
doing
playing
a
the long
play.
game, dude.
yeah,
It's a long game. If it is a joke,
it'd
it's
be
a,
weird if it was me.
That'd be real weird. That'd be real weird. And if it was you, dude, you were putting YouTube videos out 10 years ago,
Yeah,
knowing that you'd
do
be
you
here
have
one
a
day.
fucking loom?
yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. But my rule of thumb is like if somebody asks you for money, and unless it's like a ridiculous amount, I always double it. Like if someone's like, "Hey man, you got $150," mm-hmm. and if it's like, "What the fuck is that gonna do for you?" You know,
It depends.
I'll give him 300, and it's almost of a way of like shutting him down from asking me again. Mm-hmm. You know,
That's not a bad way to look at it, except for a lot of my friends are addicts.
You know what that 150 is for.
So you shouldn't probably even give them the 50.
maybe.
But they're probably going to get it one way or another. So
Yeah, they're gonna get it anyway. Maybe your $150 or $50 is like.
Might keep them from robbing a liquor store.
Yeah, maybe it's the one that gives them fucking clarity. Maybe it's the last high they have, and they're like, fuck.
maybe it is the last high they have
Or maybe it's the last high they have.
because they've never been able to afford $75 at a time.
Yeah, it'd be a party.
Yeah.
Drugs are probably expensive now, huh? How much
You
is
know,
a bag of
man?
weed? Do people buy weed anymore?
Yeah, people still buy weed.
They go to the store to
Weed,
get it.
weed
though
hasn't
now.
changed
They
too
get,
much.
I thought they get it in like gummies and shit.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You smoke weed?
No,
You
never really
smoke weed?
enjoyed weed.
I've never liked it. I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to like it. I hated it.
I've always wanted to look like I liked it.
Yeah.
Like people who smoked weed growing up,
Seemed cool.
yeah, they just seem so fucking cool.
They just
Gotta
seemed
be
like
honest.
They didn't care about shit.
They just seemed like they got girls, right?
Well, I
they
mean-
had cars. They dressed better, like more hip. Mm-hmm. And they just had a better attitude. And
Stoners were fucking way different when you grew up.
why?
Because they just played, when I was growing up, they just like played hacky sack. And they looked like,
Those are hippies.
they looked like bums and they wore
No,
patchouli.
those aren't stoners. Those are hippies.
Yeah, they were the same thing when I grew up.
No, stoners are. You have to have blue jeans and boots, or high tops,
You got to be Willie Nelson.
and you have to have long hair,
Yeah.
and it can't be like man bunned. Like I think if you man bun your hair, you're automatically out of the metal club by law.
That's definitely changed.
You can be metal and have a
Dude, you'd
hair-
be
hair
amazed. I mean, you could have an eyeliner on and not be in like a hair metal band. And you're
bun.
so
Oh, no,
good.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Things have changed a
as
lot.
far as metal bands now, like if you see a concert poster and every member of the band looks like Harry Potter, you're probably going to die in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
Like
pretty much.
you're probably going to be murdered in there. Like it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, even shows are different now because if you go to a metal show, they're gonna have like somebody doing rap opening. There'll be a country act,
Yeah.
Then they've learned how to share audiences.
What
is
about what
kinda
happened to all those
interesting.
like Swedish bands that burned down churches?
They're gone.
Oh, that dude shot himself in the face.
There was a book about that, and then
There's a documentary.
You talking
too.
about the Burzum dude?
Mayhem?
that shit was fuck. That's like all in type shit.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be metal,
Y'all haven't seen anything about that guy?
What?
no.
The guy that was he made the band Burzum. The dude that burned down the churches, went on the burning church tour.
Made
He
the
wound up
band
going to
what?
prison for the killing of the Mayhem dude, right?
No.
Anyway.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
he
so
did,
it's like-
he did shoot the dude in the face, didn't he?
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
Switzerland prison.
Yeah.
So he's like, hard time there isn't hard time. It's like a solitary hotel stay, pretty much, right?
It's like Martha Stewart's jail.
He's been out a long time. He lives out in the woods with his wife and their daughter, and they just live off the land, and he makes YouTube videos for a living.
Now,
Yeah. He's got music now, too, and it's like electronic, sit in your house and chill. It's completely different.
Like soundscapes.
Yeah. But yeah, he popped back up on my radar when ISIS first became a thing, because he was on CNN giving his point of view, and I was like, oh, what? His point of view was like, I don't see what the problem is. They're just cutting off heads. Isn't that what the Christians did for like 2,000 years? And I was like, that was on CNN. And I was like, oh my God, he's back. But yeah, he's just like a peaceful woods hippie now.
did you see that reporter that they were at an ISIS camp over the weekend at like a well, not
In
like
New
a camp.
Mexico?
No, it was overseas, and it was like let's see what you did there. It was a refugee camp for ISIS families, and he's like,
Guantanamo Bay.
he's like,
That's what you're talking about.
but there's like a pack of little kids behind him, and he's like, I'm here at the unfortunate ISIS family camp, and then like crack, like they start throwing rocks at him. Holy shit! It was like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, they get him
when you-
young over there, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, I haven't seen this, but I definitely need to see this.
Yeah, and I mean, what a childhood where like your games were chucking rocks at people.
I mean,
Dude, tanks and shit. Like tanks are rolling through. You're throwing rocks, sticks at them and shit. Like,
yes.
or like, what is it? Yeah, it's Shane Gillis that has that joke about how he's got a joke about how Navy SEALs, they're always sneaking up on people.
They're actually the
and doing this
pussies.
shit. They're actually pussies. He was like,
It's all night
the
vision
real
goggles.
men are like the dudes that wake up, you put your sandals on, you're gonna go throw rocks at fucking tanks. Like you're probably not coming back that day. Like those are the real men.
That's what a hero looks like.
Yeah,
You're strapping into your sandals, going out to throw rocks at shit.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, Gilly boy.
Fuck, man. I wouldn't want to do any of it.
No, dude. Maybe if I was 19, didn't have any kids.
Even when I was 19, I was like, my friends were joining the military, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, I tried. I tried to
Like,
get
we
the
ride
Marines.
skateboards. Like, why would you? Like, we don't like rules. Like, why would you want to go do something with rules?
Oh, dude. For me, I had 3 of my friends joining the Marines, and we were all going to go, like, blow shit up and kill people.
Well, the first one joins, and then they're like, hey, we'll give you $50 if you get your friend to join.
Yeah.
And then that friend's like, hey, we'll give you $50.
It's like a,
Oh, no, we
it's
had
like a
made up our minds in high
one of
school.
them multi-level marketing
yeah,
schemes.
it's like a pyramid. Like, the Marines are just a big pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we were like good friends in high school, and we were all going to join the Marines to go like blow shit up and kill people. And I was 17, dude. My mom wouldn't sign the fucking thing, let me go to the Marines, so I had to go to the Air Force. And the 3 of my friends that did go to the Marines, they were all in Ramadi for that big invasion.
I don't know what Ramadi is.
Huge city. It was Ramadi and Fallujah were the 2 huge cities with
Fallujah, I know.
all the casualty victims.
Fallujah got more like play on the news
Yeah.
and shit. Fallujah is more well known.
So yeah, they got there and they said on a loudspeaker for a month straight was just a message: you have to leave town. We're coming in, and if you're still there, you will be killed.
Yeah.
And they're like, hardly anyone left. So then for months after that, they're just walking door to door and just shooting everything that moves. 2 of those friends from high school are non-functional now. Like, can't look you in the face, can't have a conversation. The 3rd one, fucking psychopath. It's like it never happened. You know what I mean? He was like, oh no, that shit was fun as fuck. And then he could just talk about today. Like, no emotion there about it at all.
My buddy that I was telling the story on the last one about him pooping his pants all the time.
Yeah.
He was in the Rangers, and he was in Somalia
Is that where he learned to poop against a tree?
in '92 or whatever. Whenever all that Black Hawk Down shit went down, he's the same way. He was like, dude, if I want to fuck my back
Just
up,
psychopath, right?
He's like, I'd still be in. He's like, I fucking loved it. He was like, there was just something about waking people up with a fucking rifle in their face that was fun.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Somali alarm clock is what he
Yep.
called it. He's like, and it's amazing how many people know English once you point a gun in their face.
Well, then there's something called blue humor too, right? Or gallows humor.
What is that word?
Gallows humor.
Gallows?
It's like when gallows,
Gallows.
like the gallows.
Oh, okay.
Like hanging.
Oh,
I think it's your accent's throwing me off. It's still English, but it's like some of the words
My
are just so different.
My accent's called mumble.
Yeah,
I think I just mumble a lot.
I know, but we mumble down in the South.
Yeah.
But yeah, gallo.
but we call it
So
rap.
How did you say-
gallows humor.
Gallows
humor. It's like when you have
Is that Amy's
like
brother?
we have it in tattooing a little bit. What's that?
I have no clue. I'm
Inside
just
joke.
going with it.
Amy Schumer?
Yes.
Gallo Schumer?
Are we rapping again?
I think
didn't-
so. It happens sometimes.
Freestyle rapping, yeah.
Okay, blue humor, gallows humor.
Gallows humor is like when you have a job that's like very morbid, and the only way you can respond to it is by making jokes.
Yeah, like being a fireman.
Fireman, policeman, nurse, any kind of first responder shit. Being in the military. Gynecologist. I'm sure there is. You know, I'm sure there. I'm off the top of my head. I can't think of any gyno jokes. I'm sure there's a couple. I did know.
I got one.
Hey, is this joke racist?
I got one.
You want to play that game?
Oh, wait. I got one real quick.
Okay.
I just made it up, dude.
Racist
Hey,
joke?
what's that smell like? It's a gyno joke.
Oh.
No? Okay.
Divorced wife.
Yeah, dude. That smells like gonorrhea.
I don't know. Do gynecologists check buttholes? Because that's what it smells like.
I
think that's a
I think
different
part
doctor.
of the job might be a little bit.
I think that might be a different doctor.
Just checking. Do they check buttholes too?
Gynecologist? No,
She's
they're
never
they're
been-
they're just lady bits, right?
No, I sleep something else, so I wouldn't know.
What?
She's saying she has a dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
It's kid talk. Kid talk for I got a wiener, not a vagina.
gotcha.
Are you Mexican?
No, dude, I get that all the time. It's just because I'm poor, right?
What?
What?
No, it's your hair.
What happened?
It's black.
Hey, dude, really, honestly, I don't know what I am. My mom was adopted and my dad was a drunk. I don't know any of the side of the family, so I'm pretty sure I mixed a whole bunch of ways, but I'm not going to take one of those DNA tests because I might know somebody that was a murderer and
I'm
then they get
never
caught.
doing that. I'm never turning in my third uncle,
No.
my third cousin's uncle.
Yeah.
For a murder from 1968.
Right? Never doing it.
That's snitching. They might as well call it snitching.
Dude, I might find out I'm 0.4% Indian and then go too hard on that, you know? I might immediately just start talking different.
What kind?
You know which kind.
There's this guy named, his name was Jay, and he was in the punk rock scene, and I hadn't seen him in years.
it
And he showed up.
McCaslin?
Yeah, no, I don't want to say the last name, but he showed up one day with like pigtails. I was like, "What are you doing, Jay?"
He
He's
got
like,
his 23andMe
he's,
bag.
he's like, I'm an Indian. He had like he had a card and gave him discounts on shit. And I was like,
Oh, maybe I should take
You
this
went all
test.
in on
You get
that.
discounts?
yeah, I don't know what it was. This was like 20 years ago.
If you move to a reservation, you can get a check every month, and then you can sell your copper plumbing and your
All
windows.
right, I'm going to do the DNA thing.
I don't.
My dad told me one of my grandpas did some raping or grandma got raped or something, so I'm part Indian, but he's also told me a
I
bunch
don't
of
think.
things.
I think if you're on this
Christ.
planet, you have rape in your bloodline.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's a time period that wasn't rapey. Like that's the thing about
Well,
like
tomorrow.
when genealogies are so fucked anyway, right? Like because you research all this shit, but then years later come to find out like Britain they did this test and it turned out like 20% of all children were not from their biological parents. Like
That's right.
what they thought.
That's
like,
why I
out
think-
of, out of wet like these women.
I think DNA tests should be required at birth.
well, either way, I'm
Like
just
it
saying.
needs to be required. Because did you know I have a buddy that wanted to have one done just because like the mom was like whatever he wants one fucking done, like yeah do it. You couldn't even get one. You couldn't even get a DNA test done at the hospital. You had to go somewhere else to do it. I was like what? That should be like a fucking easy swab. Baby's there, dad's there. Like do a fucking swab and compare it. Why is it so difficult? They can't do it at the fucking hospital.
Insurance didn't cover it, probably.
That's probably what
probably
it
all
is.
that is.
Yeah.
Man, how heartbreaking would that be?
If you find out the kid's not yours,
Like right away.
dude, I don't think it would affect me one bit.
It'd be fucking way
Well-
more better than finding out 4 years from now.
Like when you get to like the 5-year mark, you're kind of in, right? Like you're not gonna walk.
Because then what do you do at that point?
You
Like,
just do what you've been doing. It's like whatever. You're my kid. Like you're you've got an emotional connection there just because. But like day one, like you haven't like bonded. It's like taking a puppy home.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
you've already
Like,
had sex with a pregnant wife, though. You know that feels different. You know it does. We all know that feels different in a good way.
Baby bumping.
Uh-huh.
Head button.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about you personally, but me and Nick, we're both like 3 to 4 inch guys on our best day. We weren't hitting that baby, dude. You know what I mean?
Not even close.
Go to Pound Town, dude.
You don't need
no
a DNA
damage
test.
done.
Not even close.
You don't need a DNA test if you should just like, I think for men you could just measure dicks, and then you could kind of figure out like a tolerance level of how long your dick is.
You would think, yeah.
Maybe.
You would think. Well, my youngest,
Sumerian
it might not be my kid, dude.
dick.
He's got donkey dick, dude. And I'm like, where did this come from?
Long
Probably your
dong.
mom.
Long dong.
Maybe. Yeah,
That's South Park. That's South Park. American big dick.
I haven't even seen that one. I just love the accent.
The South Park one. He's like every time they like would argue with these Japanese guys, the Japanese guys would be like, "Your penis is so big," and they'd be like, "Oh, thank you very much." And they forget.
I think I do know what you're talking about.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. You're right. We do. Yeah, I did try to get a condom,
That makes me want to go argue with Japanese people.
and I was in Tokyo and I tried getting a condom.
Didn't work?
I was like, I need a big condom. Like, what is this? Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, and he's like, no, and like he said the condom was going to be too small for me. I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, yes, but also like, now you got to risk just getting Asian AIDS?
No, I didn't do anything.
Oh.
You just went to one of them.
I didn't even need it. I just
ass-eating
wanted
bars.
one. I just wanted one because I thought maybe.
The
Did you
Nazi
see one of
helmet
them
souvenir.
ass-eating bars?
What's that?
Those ass-eating bars? Did you go to one of those?
Ass-eating? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, dude. It's
There's
like
bars
giant
with like glory holes with fucking butts sticking out of them. You just
Your
go
algorithm is way
And
different than
no.
No,
We had
no.
a guest on that's been to Japan a bunch. That like was in the Marines and toured over there, and he was telling us about ass-eating bars over there. We didn't believe him. We looked it up. It's real. But yeah, a whole bunch of friends in suits taking turns eating butt while they're having conversation.
I couldn't do that.
It was a whole thing I didn't know existed. He also said there was titty sucking bars where you can sit in the girl's lap and just suck on her titty like you're a baby and have a beer, and then you go on about your day. And I was all, what the fuck? But he was like, I was into that one. I have mom issues. And I was all, I get it.
I can't.
No, I didn't get any of that.
Picturing him curled up in a little Japanese lady's lap,
know.
sucking on a titty.
Yeah, also the guy we're talking about, he's like 6'3" and like, I don't know, 260 muscle. You know what I
All
mean?
muscle.
And he just wants to sit in a little woman's lap and just.
Did he have like a baby diaper on?
Maybe, dude.
Maybe.
We'll ask him when he
Or he
comes
might
back.
just be pooping on the floor. Who knows?
Yeah, he's kind of a regular, so. I think
He'll probably be here, next week?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Oh, it's so weird to see it fucking.
How long ago was it you were in Japan, though?
97, and then we went back the following year, 98.
Was it quick trips, or were y'all there a while?
First trip was like, I think we were there 2 weeks, and the second trip we were there for a little over a month. First
That's
trip we
so
were in
tight.
a hotel, and it was funny. It was a fitness hotel, and so when you showed up,
They make you work out?
it had they would like it was like
They wouldn't let us make reservations.
The first level was like this gym, and it was like something fitness hotel. Like it was kind of like that was part of the theme. But I mean, this is like pre-internet. I didn't know what I was booking. I was just like trying to find a hotel. So when you show up, there was like a sweat suit for you to go down. Like they provided you clothes to go work out in, but obviously like they came up to here on me and like up to here. So I of course put them on and
Fuck
it
yeah.
worked out.
That would be the best content right now.
Fuck yeah.
There's pictures of me somewhere wearing those. It was fucking crazy. I mean, I think the weirdest thing about Japan is like if you go to Europe, you're like, oh, that kind of looks like something my uncle or my grandfather made. You know, like there's something about it that is relatable, and the words you can kind of decipher. You're like, oh, it kind of looks like milk. You know, like it just has an E on the end of it. When you go to Japan, it's like it's just characters, and you're like, I don't. And so you'd find like a place to eat, and you'd be like, I'm coming here every day because I figured out a place that's good.
I think it's crazy that they just write in tattoo designs.
Yeah.
It's fucking bonkers.
Fucking crazy. I didn't even know tattoo had that storied of a history.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Like they have a whole language built
But yeah,
around
it's just
it. It's fucking nuts.
yeah, it's completely foreign. You didn't run into anything familiar there?
It was like if it was American,
Did they have
it was over
Pokemon?
the top. I don't remember that being a thing back then. When did Pokemon
Did you
start?
go to?
It was the 90s. I
Did you
think.
go to like? Did they have like American themed restaurants over there, right?
Well, so
Where
they
everybody
had
dresses up like
it was like
cowboys and shit.
yeah, they had that, but they had like you'd get. We went to this Italian restaurant, but you got like miso soup before before you got your spaghetti,
Not
and it
like-
wasn't really like spaghetti. Like everything was just off a little bit. And the
Not
one that
like
one of the,
It was
miso
just
soup and
ramen with
fucking
tomato
fettuccine.
sauce?
it was just it just wasn't. Just with like it wasn't like really. It was like watered down tomato sauce. And then I remember, like they put fish on everything. I just remember that, and like everything was like
I could see that. It's an island.
Yeah.
Right? It's just islands. Yeah, an entire population of millions of people that live
Just
on
murdering
the sea.
sharks.
But you'd have to.
left
They
and right.
they would have displays of the food outside the restaurant, and so since you couldn't, you'd have to like get someone to walk outside with you, and you'd point to what you thought looked good. Yeah, eating was difficult, and then when, like I said, when you I remember one time we were so homesick for American food, and so we ordered Domino's, like just like a medium pizza or something.
It's got fucking octopus on it.
Well, it was like at the time it was like $65, which back then would have been like $120 today.
Like U.S. dollars?
Yeah, it was like ridiculous. Like I think so back then, like a Domino's pizza was at like $7.99.
Was fucking
And we
Biden
paid
president over
like
there?
$45 for.
Well, I mean,
pizza
they
or
had to
some
ship
shit.
it frozen all the way over there.
Biden was president over there, apparently.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. What about the bathrooms? That must have been horrible.
Oh, that was the first time I had that bidet thing, and you're trying
Oh,
to work
dude.
it out. Because here's the funny thing: it was all in characters, so it was all
just
surprise.
pushing buttons and find out what happens.
You're like, ooh, air, and you'd be like, oh,
Wait, they have an air one?
Ooh, a lot of air.
And then not only have an air one, but then two of the buttons were like for
Direction?
precision.
Yeah.
Hold
Precision
on, I'm not
buttholing.
sure. I'm not sure about this motion you're making
No.
right,
So like
right now.
this-
That's not better.
a stem would this
Too
secret
close.
stem, this like probing stem would come out under your butt.
Yep.
But it'd be like, that's not doing anything. And so instead of you moving around, you could like precision,
I would have had to get
Laser
the manager.
guided?
yeah,
Dude.
laser guided, yeah.
Poo seeking fucking spray.
Yeah, I would have had to get the manager and be like, "What's the button to make it clean the inside?"
So I've always wondered if the like chicken fried rice when you're over there, if they even have, if that's even a thing. Like if you go to
Chicken fried
hibachi here,
rice?
if you go to hibachi here, you're like, oh, give me the chicken fried rice.
No,
chicken
there
fried
was
rice. Is that even a
something-
thing over there?
I don't remember seeing that. And there was something else like, what is McDonald's? McDonald's has a sandwich all the time. That's
Filet o fish,
yeah, they have that one. And then
The McRib,
quarter pounder, the Royale with cheese,
Big Macs,
I can't remember.
cheeseburger,
double cheeseburger.
French
It was,
fries.
it was something that was only available at McDonald's. It was like this. It was like a thing that we do here. That we thought was
McRib.
a Japanese thing, and we went over there. And
Oh, they
like,
had a
"You've never
sushi sandwich.
No, it's not that either. I don't. Sushi's already a sandwich. It's already like sandwich friendly.
I mean, you're not wrong.
and Jason.
I made up a thing the other day. I was really proud of myself.
Jason, it's a finger food.
A mustard tamale sandwich.
Why? Because you're poor.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. See, you can spit raps, dude. That was quick as fuck. That was quick as fuck.
Didn't rhyme though.
Didn't have to.
Could you imagine him like walking around his house and he's like, "Well, I could just put salt on a tamale, I guess,
I've seen it.
or pepper it."
No, dude,
It's
mustard.
Like,
That's the way to
fuck,
go.
I got a mustard. It wasn't even like a thing of mustard. It was a mustard pack.
Hey, he's like this fucking
And he's
tamale
like-
tastes like shit.
He's like rolling the mustard pack
Yeah.
like you do toothpaste to get it.
And then he rips it in half. And
Yeah.
throws no sides in it,
But wait,
throws it away.
there's different ways to get mustard? Y'all don't go to the restaurants like the high-end Taco Bells and stuff and just take the packets?
They don't have mustard at Taco Bell.
This is the South, buddy.
They have mustard at
We
Taco
got
Bell.
mustard
They
everywhere.
probably do.
It's south of
They
mustard.
definitely have border sauce.
I like how you noticed I said Taco Bell and mustard, but you didn't realize I said high-end restaurant like Taco Bell.
They definitely
I
have
also
border
say
sauce.
Taco Bell's high-end now because if you take two people, you're spending $40-something. What happened to Taco Bell, dude?
Yeah.
They used to have a dollar menu.
Tariffs is coming over from Mexico.
I guess so, dude. I guess so. This don't make no sense. Yeah, I DoorDashed Taco Bell one night, dude, and it was like $60 for like 6
Have
things.
you ever done that thing where you're like,
Yes.
you're lazy,
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
and you fill your DoorDash card up, and you're like, I'm gonna keep it real light.
Wait.
I'm not gonna get any sides. I'm just
Wait,
gonna
wait. You've already lost me. You have a DoorDash card you fill up?
DoorDash.
Card?
The app. You guys don't do DoorDash?
I don't fill it up.
No, I'm saying, well,
you can-
check
you
out.
run
You're
out-
checking out.
Oh, I
You
get
run
you.
out of memory on your phone
Yeah.
DoorDash app?
I thought you were saying you load money onto it.
No, I'm saying like there's a card, like it's a virtual card that you put your fucking food.
Yeah,
in.
your cart.
Card.
Yeah.
That's that accent we're talking about.
Cart.
Cart.
We thought you were saying card.
Cart.
Cart.
Cart. Okay,
Cart.
okay.
There you
Tuh
go.
with a
Tuh.
T. A hard tuh. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Hawk tuh.
Like the Tibets.
Yeah, tuh.
Yeah.
Cart.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, you'll like load it up and you'll be like, fucking $60 for fucking fried rice.
I'm going to feel bad
You're
about
like,
that.
what?
And then
Another-
you put your phone down, you go back, and you're like, well, it's either fucking mustard and tamale, or mustard and,
I'm picking the mustard tamales, dude.
or, would you have mustard?
I had a mustard tamale sandwich.
Yeah, and, or you can actually get food, and then like sometimes the app wins.
So you're implying that mustard and tamales are not food.
Well, I mean, no, they're food. They're food items. They're not a meal.
They go great together, actually.
How many tamales did
It's
you
a
have?
9-course meal if you think about it.
How many tamales did you have?
Normally like 6
No,
or 7.
how many did you have in this instance?
Oh, in this sandwich? Well, here's where I fucked up. I put 2 in the sandwich. I cut them each in half, fried them up a little bit, put them in the sandwich, fried the sandwich too. It was too much tamale to bread ratio. It was too mushy. You need to add some crunch. So if anybody's trying, add some real crunchy
Doritos
bacon.
or something?
Yeah, some spicy Cheetos. But yeah, mustard on tamales goes hard because all a tamale is a wet corn dog.
Do you get yours from the can? Do you do cans?
Wait, y'all have tamales in cans?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, we have
No,
Mexicans here,
he's
dude. We
thinking
get them.
something completely different.
No, it's a
He's-
tamale
off
in
the
a can.
truck.
No. He's probably never seen a tamale like you're talking.
No, I lived in New Mexico. I know what you're talking about. But,
Okay.
But we
Okay.
also have canned tamales up north.
You have canned?
Yeah,
tamales?
it's in a can. And
We've never heard of this.
instead of wrapped in corn, it's wrapped in like a paper, and you just you heat it up, take the paper off, and eat it.
It's like Spam, but tamales?
Yeah, basically.
Holy
It's really
shit.
not
I mean,
that
I'm going to
bad.
order
It's
some
like
and
good
try
for,
it.
It's like good for camping because it's like instant food. Throw some hot sauce on it.
Yeah, you
or
don't have to worry
mustard.
about keeping it cold or anything.
Are they called
Huh.
kamales?
Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did.
Didn't she run for office?
Maybe. Yeah, different.
No, you're
first
talking
letter,
about Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamales.
Yeah.
She's a socialist Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kamala.
I feel like we're all just saying the same thing.
We all said it a different way. Holy shit.
My neck hurts.
What?
Yeah, where we at?
Why don't we sit across from each other? I gotta like.
Oh, because we only have one camera.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah, we only have one camera right now.
fucking. My neck hurts.
It'll
Yeah,
do that.
I get it, dude.
That's okay. We'll
I
play
just
rotate
feel like I
chairs
gotta
after we
just
take
look
a food
that
break.
way.
If it makes you feel better, ours don't hurt.
Doesn't make me feel better.
God damn. I did that. We went to a friend's shop the other day, and he was sitting like straight at the end of the couch, and I was in that spot. So yeah, it was about an hour and a half in. I was like, oh no, I can't turn left. Like I was like, it took me a while to be like, because I was looking so hard this way the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's like when you lay down on the couch to watch a movie,
Uh-huh.
and then the movie's over, and you're like, "Fuck." I can't
Yeah, don't
move.
worry. I'll sort it out for the Patreon, dude. I'm gonna move this chair right here, and I'm just gonna look you in the eyes the whole time. Yeah. You gonna sit in my lap?
Whisper sweet nothings.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'll
Sweet
sit on your lap as long as
nothings.
you like blow lightly on the back of my neck.
Okay, cool deal.
Fuck yeah.
He has Harry Potter glasses.
Yeah, dude, he's real into that shit.
Do you like Harry Potter?
I've never fucking seen any of them or read any of the books.
But he
I
has a
know
kid now,
nothing.
so soon he will.
I know
How old's your
nothing.
kid?
About to be 2. He's young. I know nothing about Harry Potter.
That almost, I mean, that kind of still makes sense a little bit. I like what you did. But yeah, we're gonna take a break, dude.